Well. Haven't done one of these in a very, very long time. Oh boy. What's funny is that this is actually, well, it's the second commentary, and I don't know why I'm slurring my words today, but this wasn't actually supposed to be the second commentary. This was actually supposed to be for the Island of Dr. Moreau review, and that was supposed to come out last year. But like a lot of things in life, nothing ever goes according to plan, so that ended up just being thrown out of the schedule. And well, given that recently I was operating on a much more reduced schedule, well, priorities had to be put in place. But this is just as good a substitute because it's a lot of what I feel are lost, or what are lost, I should say. Not only is it the last review before I have my usual summer break, but also it's the last to use Windows Movie Maker. I recently upgraded. I got a Apple Mac laptop for well, I've had it for a while, but now it's coming into its own, and on it I actually bought Final Cut Express, which is basically sort of a home version of Final Cut Pro 7, which is a program I've used before and really like. And if you've seen any of my short films and documentaries on my Vimeo page, that's the software that I use most of the time to make those. And now I have a home version of it, which I've been using since the Lone Ranger Addendum video. So from now on, all the videos are going to be FCP Express. So yeah, well, of course things had to change inevitably. I mean, I'm surprised I stuck with Movie Maker as long as I did, and I've mentioned this before when I did the whole, retirement from commentaries video, but I feel I pushed that poor program to breaking point in what it could do, in the effects and title combinations, and how many layers I could apply to. Of course, it meant a tedious process of exporting and then re-importing and then exporting again every time I wanted to add something extra. But I feel that I was able to do a lot more with it than I think the program is often given credit for. I think some people could easily assume I was maybe using a really low-end, sort of Sony Vegas or some other kind of sort of slightly higher up but not quite professional editing software on some of these videos, especially the ones that don't have any obvious movie makery tricks like the really stunted titles or the cheap tints. But it was just sort of an interesting learning curve getting used to FCP, this version, because it's basically a stripped down version of 7, so it works just as well. It doesn't have as many features and options, most of that being down to video formatting. It really only has HD, TV, and DVs, so a lot of the other stuff that FCP would come with isn't there. It's very much a basic sort of needs for video making and exporting. The only downside, of course, is that the files are enormous when exported because it's QuickTime, so then I have to use a converter to compress them down to MPG-4, which you can probably notice because sometimes the image size is a little shrinked, but I think I'm getting the handle of it now, so hopefully in the future that shouldn't be as big a problem. But back to this. This was the last Movie Maker created video. It's also one of the, among Movie Nut reviews, I think this is one of the best, I feel. One of the ones I'm most proud of, because the thing about the Movie Nut reviews in the past year is that I've made the jump from how I used to do it before, which was a lot of improv and rehearsal and sort of having just some quick notes, to now I use full-blown scripts because, well, it's just handier for time reasons. I don't have to spend as much time sort of prepping. I can just write down my thoughts and then record them. And also, I don't know, it's one of those things that first was a little bit sort of strange because I've been so used to the old method, But then, just like FCEP, I was able to get used to it. Now I feel a lot more comfortable using it because now I can structure myself a lot more. I would say ever since It's a Wonderful Life, well, a little bit before then, yeah, the Top Cat review was the first. Either that or For Grey Glory was the first review that used a proper script. So since then I've gotten much better at doing it. I feel a lot more comfortable doing it, and now I also upload the scripts then to my DeviantArt page as a sort of archive in case anything happens to this channel. So really what Inchon represents is sort of a learning curve, sort of moving from the old to the new. And I think that my biggest changes as a reviewer probably happened after 2010, 2011. Like 2010 was when I started to get much more organized in my reviews. It was when I had a newer, shorter intro. It was when I had more of a sense of structure and how I wanted to do things. And then I think around 2012, some way about halfway through, around the time of maybe Popeye or so, that I really found the perfect rhythm, and I stuck to it since, and I'm very happy with a lot of the reviews that were created since then. I'm proud of quite a number of them, like Hoodlum I was really happy with, Top Cat, Pocahontas, Transcendence, and of course this one, as well as the other Bomb Month videos, which the idea basically came up that since the 100th review was around the corner, and it was a really special moment because frankly I never thought I was going to make it quite this far, it just became a decision of, well, how do I celebrate? And I decided instead of just doing a one-off 100th, I might as well push it a little further and do a full-blown feature devoted to a particular type of film, and in this case it was to high-profile flops of their time. And it was also great timing because I had been wanting to talk about Heaven's Gate and Revolution for a while, and I even thought about doing a standalone review of At Long Last Love a while back, around I think maybe 79 or number 80, but that never happened. So here they are. They all came together. They were each films that I had quite a bit to say about, and I was just really happy to finally get it all done. As far as the future of the Movie Nut goes, I don't see it having any end anytime soon. I'm happy with the results. I'm glad people engage with them, and I really, really hope that all of you will continue to support and enjoy these in the future. It really does mean a lot to me. It's such a coy and cliche thing to say, but it's the truth. I value what you guys say a lot. It has helped me become better, a lot more confident, and in turn it's given me the ability to tackle a much broader breadth of topics and movies that would not normally be covered in your standard internet review series. So yeah, a bit of a disjointed affair this, but I hope all of you enjoyed it, and I hope to keep on giving you the best that I can. Toodles.